Another brand new lifestyle model. This time,
not for you.
it's Steph. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today, we have a detailed look at these bad girls right here. This right here is a lifestyle shoe dubbed the women's Jordan Air NFH. These actually look really cool. I like the way that these look. I know that this is a lady's shoe, and sometimes I get the whole like, you're a guy, shouldn't review a Jordan that's for women. But I review shoes, so that's what we're gonna do. These guys right here, or these girls, I think that you could wear these as a guy. You guys let me know. Just right off the bat, if they weren't labeled as a women's shoe, like you wouldn't know, because they got the MA2s. These are a little bit reminiscent of. There's a women's version, and there's a men's version, but guess what? It's the same shoe. It must be unisex, right? Like it's just sneakers are sneakers. So this, I'm surprised that they did not do the same thing, because I like the way that these look. I think that these look actually cooler. Or I do like the tech on the MA2s a little bit more. We'll get into that in a second. There's a cool colorway too. I like these. There were two colorways at the store. You actually wanted the other one. I can't even remember what they were. They were like a mint color.
They were kind of like a cool bluish gray and a peachy color.
Yeah, very girly looking, I guess. This one I thought was like nicer for just the brand itself. This to me looks like, oh, that's Jordan heritage, like right off the bat. As far as tech specs are concerned, no, actually, let me talk about the blends, because there's a little bit of Jordan heritage in this guy, and they did it really well to where I had to legit like be like, where are these panels from? These guys right here have a little bit of what I believe is 3 models. If there's more in here, feel free to let me know. But this little toe rand right there reminds me of the Air Jordan 3, the elephant print minus the elephant print. But when you turn it around, it's got the little hump on it like the Air Jordan 4 does. So this is the little toe rand of the 4 and the 3 all in one panel, which is cool. And then this little guy right back there reminds me of 2 models as well. I don't know if it's me overthinking or if it's just one, you know what I mean? But it reminds me of the little ankle pods or pillows that are on the Air Jordan 6 way up here. But it also is kind of the shape of the stitch work on the paneling for the Air Jordan 9. So I like that as well. The outsole is very Air Jordan 6-ish, but they've taken off the little circle things and they put on full-on herringbone, which is actually in the Jordan 4 and Jordan 5, at least from these early models. Because this little rand right here could be from the 5 as well, because it had that toe cap as well. You know, it just kind of depends on what you want to see in them, but like I said, they put Jordan DNA in the shoe and they did a really good job of it. Oh, and of course the air sole, that's from the Jordan 3, the Jordan 4, the Jordan 5, the Jordan 6, but not the 7 or the 2, even though they do have air in there. They're just not visible. Now, as far as the tech specs are concerned, again, that outsole looks great. It's a nice little callback to previous Air Jordan models, the signatures at that. However, unlike some of the other lifestyle shoes, this is actually not foam. This is all rubber everything, and it's thick, it's heavy duty. This will be a nice shoe to last, to wear around. I think that this is dope. The midsole itself is Phylon. Obviously you have the visible air sole unit. There is no forefoot unit, which is unfortunate, but these are priced at a reasonable, I'd say like $110. And the midsole to me is very reminiscent of another shoe that we actually reviewed that was, I can't remember what they're called. These ones looked like the Air Jordan 1s. It was like a running shoe.
The Jordan Air Cadence.
Yes. That's what it was. This midsole is very reminiscent of what's on that midsole, damn near identical, just sculpted slightly differently. Now the materials on these guys are not too bad. I like the textile layer, which is the main base layer, and I like it because it's not performance, it's just a lifestyle shoe, so you want things to be light, airy, breathable, all that stuff. I dig it. And on top of that, it feels like a nice durable mesh and everything. I like that they added contrast stitching on there. I don't know why, it just looks really cool. It looks like the panels of what would be on like the Air Jordan. And then the overlay panels are a mixture between leathers and suede. It's going to be different depending on the colorway, but this little back kit right there, it's a little tiny thing, but that's a nice little piece of suede. The rest of it is leather. It's not super nice leather or anything like that, but it is leather. It's got a nubuck kind of like feel to it. So the way that they make, you know, manufactured leather, where it's not like genuine raw leather, even though genuine leather is something entirely different depending on what exactly you mean by genuine. But the best cut of leathers typically are just kind of dyed like whatever color that they are. But the cheap leathers that they use on a lot of these footwear products are actually just kind of like particle board versions of leather. And then they have a coat that they put on top. So you can see the edging is actual leather. The top though is a fake nubuck, and they've colored it same brand on this one. There are some synthetic areas, so like the straps right here, the little ankle pods in the back, those are not actual materials. Those are just synthetic materials. But again, most of the shoe, as far as the overlays are concerned, are actual leather. So if you're a vegan sneakerhead and stuff like that, and you don't like wearing animal product footwear, you're probably gonna wanna skip on these altogether. The tongue is really cool though. This one is very similar, again, to the other models that we were talking about. It's kind of got that like crooked patch on there, which I dig. The top section of the tongue is a synthetic suede, but then the bottom section, like there's like a weird stitch line right here. The bottom section is neoprene, much like the Jordan 7 and stuff like that. It's perforated like the Jordan 7. So again, there's lots of little things in here that are from previous Air Jordan flagship shoes, but they're all in this new looking modern shoe. So the insole looked like Swiss cheese, all these perfs in there and stuff like that. The insole is not a nice foam by any means or anything like that. It's cheap, but I do like the perforations because underneath the Strobel unit is actually a nice piece of foam. It's very thin, but it just gives you a little bit of extra stepping comfort, and it's that bright ass orange, and so you can see it poking through. It's just a really cool look, I think. I don't know if they did that on purpose or if it was just like a happy accident, like, oh, that's cool. Because sometimes those nice foam liners will be blue, sometimes they're purple, sometimes they're yellow. It just really depends. This one just happens to be bright ass orange. Now, as far as the sizing is concerned, that's your job because I can't fit in these.
So for me as a white footer, I was able to put on my true size, which is a size 6, and my foot had nowhere to go. I hadn't even like laced them up, and I was just like, this is just not gonna cut it. So I went up half a size, and everything was golden because they felt comfortable then.
Do they feel too long lengthwise, or they're good?
No, they're good.
So would you recommend a regular footer to go up half a size?
I don't know. I like some wiggle room in my shoes.
Okay.
So.
Well, so if you have a narrow foot or a thin foot or whatever, maybe try them on in store. These were just sitting in a big box store here locally, where you can walk up, and if they have their size, like you could just pull it off the shelf and try it on without asking anyone for help, which I love. But as a lady, this was apparently designed for you. Do you like what are your favorite Jordans of the main line? Like if you're looking back there, we have a picture of 1 through 18. So out of those, just pick which ones you think are cool, like that you would wear. I know this is gonna be hard, but like.
Oh man.
I know. So we know that you like ones. You're wearing ones right now.
I am wearing ones, but I like low top ones, and that's probably my big problem with.
A lot of them are basketball shoes, so they're higher cut.
High.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3s, 4s.
I do like the way the 3s look.
Okay.
And I've had the 4s, and they're just not my favorite. They don't work well with my feet and my style and all that. I don't know. Like I've said in numerous videos.
You like the 10s.
I do, but they're like a wintertime shoe for me. So.
And you have those weird, ugly 11s.
I love those, but they're so hard to wear.
Because they're ugly.
Case in point, the 11s, I like when things are tweaked a little bit. I'm not a go hard classic.
She's not an OG Jordan fan. She likes the ones that attract her.
Yes.
Which is why we get new colorways of stuff for all of us OG people being like, why did they just release them in red? Well, there's lots of colors and there's lots of people, and not all of them like red.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I like seeing new colors. I just don't like cheap materials. But these guys right here, you actually like the way that they look?
Yeah, I was gravitated towards the other colorway originally, but that's just because I like those colors.
Yeah.
They're cute and pretty and feminine and soft. But I ended up picking these because 1, they'll probably look better on camera, which is great for this channel. And 2, I was like, hey, maybe step out of your comfort zone a little bit. Like these looked more like I could beat them around and they'll still look fine for a while.
Oh, that's true.
So I need to retire one of my favorite casual, like, I don't want to call them bummy, but they're kind of like my shoes I throw on for like riding my bike or going on long walks, my 2090s. And so I'm pretty sure that these will end up replacing.
Oh, your
those.
2090s are trash.
They're so gross looking.
But anyways, that pretty much takes care of for these right here. This is the women's Jordan Air NFH, right?
Not for him.
Not for him. That's what I think it means. I don't know if that's what it actually means. Let me know what you think about these down below in the comment section. How would you rank these as well if you were gonna stack these up against something like the MA2 and the Cadence? You know what I mean? Like those are like their lifestyle offerings. Maybe even throw in the Delta as well. A lot of people like that shoe. You could probably go a little further back and go to the Proto shoes, the Proto Reacts, which I thought were awful, but a lot of people hate me for thinking that, but hey, I like what I like. You could like what you like too. Let us know down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support, and until next time, guys, have a good one.